Hi.
Hi.
Lovers.
Hello, lovers. This is Jenoa.
And I'm Mo.
We are having the sex talk today with you.
Sexy sex talk.
Today we were going to talk about threesomes and how if you're not in a couple but you meet a hot, sexy couple and you think, I would really like to have a threesome with a hot, sexy couple, then how do you approach them without offending them, without
Crossing boundaries.
Right, without making things awkward, because
Without scaring the bunny.
don't scare the couple bunny. Yeah, how do you navigate that scene when you don't know what their agreements are? And let's be honest, most married couples don't have agreements outside. Most in the rest of this country don't. So
Right.
you can't assume that they do unless you're in a swingers polyamorous
But
group.
I think the flip side is sort of happening in our society.
It's getting more popular.
That you can't necessarily assume that a couple is monogamous or not interested in embarking on some sort of cool adventure. I would actually beg to differ. I would think that, in fact, I have had, because of my profession, a lot of friends that are, you know, pretty typical heterosexual, monogamous relationship types say to me, you know, me and my partner really want to have a threesome. Where do we go? They have no idea how even to break into something like that.
Right.
So you're coming from it from the other end.
Right.
And there's a lot of people on this end that are like,
Everybody's
really want to
looking
meet
for each
you.
other.
Everybody
Oh,
wants
God.
to meet you.
So I had an experience because I am what they call a gold star lesbian. I've never had sex with a man. I've been in sort of situations with him, but I've never had penetrative sex with a man. Let's just say I've never had a penis in my vagina. So through the years, there have been periods of time where I was obsessed with losing my virginity. And when I say my virginity, I mean in this heterosexual sense. I was traveling in London and there's a couple there that I knew, and they're a super hot couple. And so I don't know what I was thinking. I blurted out to her that, you know, I should probably have Gary, which is his name, like help me out, that I needed to lose my virginity. And they'd been monogamous for 7 years. They were a really long-standing couple. And she was like, oh, like she was shocked about what I just said to her. And then as soon as I realized what I just said to her and how shocking that could be, I apologized. And then I was like, I've totally fucked up my friendship with these people. So then everything was a little awkward, but then I left London and went to Amsterdam, and then I went to Paris, and then I came back to London, and apparently they had had a conversation. And we ended up having a threesome. But if I hadn't traveled and come back with time for them to like process, then it might not have gone that well. I might have just...
Couples need to talk about it. It does need to, in a lot of ways, be initiated by the couple after they talk about it and say and set their own rules as a couple, because in the end, they're the ones that have more to lose than the single person does. And so
I just had my virginity to lose.
Right.
Which didn't happen, by the way, but anyway.
And so it's great for you to put it out there. I think that if you can find a really subtle way to put it out there and to let them know that you might be interested, maybe you can let the girl know that you're interested in her, and that, oh, you know, and by the way, your guy's not so bad either. But leave it at that and then let them do the initiating. I personally like the way you blurted it out. I am a huge fan of just going there all the way and then backpedaling and cleaning up your mess a little bit.
Oh, it was so naive. To me, it was just like this perfunctory thing I needed to get done. And for her, it's her whole fucking relationship and her husband. And like,
But putting it out there, or maybe even like if there's a couple that you have in mind and you want to let them know, but not using them as the example, and saying something to the effect of, God, I would love to find a couple to have a threesome with, you know. You guys aren't that bad.
Do you think there's anybody out there that maybe, not you guys, but maybe you guys, just like,
or maybe you guys. I don't know,
like,
maybe you're interested.
Is this passive aggressive or role playing, or like, what is that? I
hope it's not passive aggressive. And that's why I say I like the direct approach.
Yeah.
I really like the direct approach, like, hey, I think that you're really hot. I don't think that your boyfriend or your husband is that bad either. And even though I don't like men, I might consider going there with him because I think you're really hot. Only if you guys are open to anything like that. If not, just totally erase everything I said.
Forget it. Blah, 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 blah. Yeah.
I mean,
that's kind of how I feel.
it's scary though, because you could totally offend someone and they'd be like, oh my god, that Jenoa is
you
a
could
freak.
be considered unsafe for them as a couple to be around, right? Which is totally overrated.
Or if, you know, like he might be like, what the hell? She likes you? Oh my god, I can't let you hang out with her as a friend anymore.
It could go bad.
I mean, it can go bad in so many ways.
How
I
do
get
you do it?
I get
how
it.
do you do
I
it
get
so that it doesn't go bad?
I get it. I would make sure they're both in the room together at the same time. Make the person that you're not as close friends with feel safe.
You wouldn't divide and conquer?
No.
Okay. You wouldn't just be like...
I mean, I think that would naturally happen anyway if you're closer to one or the other.
Because then they could process it on their... Just plant the seed.
Yeah.
Run away.
But imagine being in a relationship and someone plants a seed to your partner.
Oh.
And then you hear it from your partner and you're like, you know, it's nice to hear it from the person themselves.
I guess. Okay.
I say tell the couple.
Okay.
In a very gentle, nice way.
Mm-hmm. Don't scare the bunny.
Don't scare the bunny.
Okay.
And if they get offended and scared, then, you know, you've crossed a line and
then they're not the right couple.
You gotta live with it at that point, you
Yeah.
know? And you can only hope that eventually they'll come around to be your friend again.
These are the chances you have to take.
Yes. To put your... To get the things you need in life, you gotta take risks. And sometimes you will get rejected. Not sometimes, a lot of times you will get rejected.
Yeah.
It is a part of life.
Mm-hmm.
And you're still not gonna get what you want by not asking.
No, there's a pretty much 100% guarantee you won't get it if you don't ask.
So, toughen up.
Yeah.
Suck it up, buttercup, as I like to tell my friends. And put yourself out there. Take a risk. Do it.
Okay.
Okay?
I like that. That works for me.
You know?
Yeah.
And if she's a good friend of yours, or he's a good friend of yours, or they're both she's, I don't know the situation, you know, have a heart to heart.
Okay.
About your sexuality. Own it.
Oh, yeah. I'm gonna own that. I'm gonna own it. But I'm gonna ask first to make sure it's okay.
Yeah. Threesomes.
On the sex
The
talk.
sex talk.